All right, first Saturday game here at the G, home of football. It is who else but the Richmond Tigers playing the Sydney Swans. Desmond, tell me something.
I think this is it looks on paper like it's a cut and dry win for the Tigers. It's very similar to last week. I can see it being very, very similar to last week.
Mm-hmm. But for who? For the Tigers?
Yeah, for the Tigers. Yeah. For the Tigers, because the Swannies have played good footy. Obviously, they rolled Brisbane and they beat Adelaide. But yeah, the Tigers, they just know how to win. And they know how to get to that point and just sit in cruise control. You know when you're on the highway and in the car, I drive a very bad car.
What kind of car?
1995, Holden Nova.
What colour is it?
It's exactly the colour you picture in your head. It's that orangey, orange. It's that horrible.
That colour.
Yeah, it's that horrible. Colour. Yes, correct.
Do you have any air fresheners in it?
Yes, I do.
So it's the colour of bloody stool.
Yes, pretty much.
Basically what comes out of your mouth most weeks.
I can't disagree.
Just giving the big one.
So we're on the highway.
I've had enough of this.
We go on the highway.
Yep.
Right? It's going hard to get to that 110. But once it's on 110, we're good. That's the Tigers. So it might seem like it's a bit of a battle, but once they get to that 110, they're just going to beat anyone. It's a very unusual analogy, but it's very, very true.
It was a really abstract art way of saying that the Tigers are just going to outlast and outgrind Sydney here. Yep. I mean, I got what he meant.
1 to 39.
It's like, I understand what those words mean individually, but they meant something different when put together.
It was basically, to me, it sounded a lot like Barney Stinson and Yoko Ono. Very abstract, and no one likes it.
You know, like in Indiana Jones, right, when he's trying to get across like a rickety wooden bridge, and it's like, oh, is he going to make it? Oh, I don't think he's going to make it. It's not looking good here. When he opens the mouth, and it's like, are we going to get to the end of this sentence?
But that's how I feel in my head.
Look, I do get what you're saying to some degree, and I think the Tigers are going to struggle a little bit more against the Swans. Swans have looked great through 2 weeks. Their kids are unreal.
Errol Golden, love it.
Errol Golden, Braden Campbell, Logan McDonald.
Chad Warner.
Yeah, they have looked incredible through 2 weeks. So, very bright future for the Swanners. We've been a bit tough on the Swans over
I think so.
The last couple of years on the pod. And,
but you say prove us wrong, and they have.
And they absolutely have.
You can only go on the form.
Absolutely. In saying that, doesn't Dusty look great at the moment? Oh. Give me this Bruce McAvaney-isms at the moment.
I was going to say, don't be that guy.
But, I mean, he has looked incredible through 2 weeks. Like, back in the midfield, like, pretty much permanently.
True.
He's looking great.
I love it. It's just nice to watch.
Can I give a bit of love to someone else on that Richmond team? All right, I want to give a bit of love to Prestia, to Cochin, and to Edwards, who are they're having really good seasons.
Workmen.
They are workmen, and I know it's only 2 weeks in, but they've had a bloody blinding fortnight, those three, especially. Get none of the plaudits. It's all just a big, dusty suck fest.
Yeah, but it's hard not to. Dusty's averaging 2 goals a game and 29 touches.
I know, but that team is bloody good on its own merits. Yeah. And Dusty is the cherry on top of it. It's a big, juicy-ass cherry. It's a big, juicy-ass cherry, but you can't take anything away from the week-in, week-out efforts coming out of that midfield and that team in general, really. Like Liam Baker, slotted into half-back. Is Julian the best 22 anymore with Baker just killing it?
Well, I mean, I would put him in the best 22.
Of course you would, but you see what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, not dropped a beat, Baker.
To use a Des analogy, right? No one gives a shit about the workers, mate.
Well.
In the Qatar World Cup's coming up, right? Now, there's a lot of workers that have died building these stadiums.
Oh, this is getting busy.
But no one's going to care at the end of the day, because it'll just be the sheikhs standing up there saying, look at these stadiums we've built. And everyone's like, yeah, great job.
It's a fair point.
They're dusty.
Harsh, but fair.
But the beautiful thing about Richmond is it doesn't matter because they don't care because they're going to get their premiership medal at the end of the year.
True.
And I'm not saying this year, which I think they will, but you understand what I'm saying. They get their premiership medal, they can go home and hug their kids, and guess what?
And someone's getting a medal this year and maybe not even getting on the field.
Yeah.
Don't you love that?
Probably. Well, that's the story. That's
Absolutely.
the way that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, look, quick, any bets?
Well, yeah, look, I've been looking through this. Now, Buddy, everyone's given him the big suck. Again, it's another Buddy suck fest, and I'm just over it. And it's been replicated in the markets. He's paying like $1.20 to kick 3 goals, something like that. Oh. Let's see him kick 3 goals against Richmond. You're not playing the Crows anymore. No. Let's see you actually play a genuine team. We'll see what happens there. Multi. Didn't like a lot of this. Didn't like a lot. I got some weird stuff for you. Got 3-legger. Prestia 25 touches. Fine. So far, so good. Jake Arts.
Love it.
Jake Arts to kick 1 goal. Fine. Samuel Wicks for Sydney to kick a goal. He had 1. No, I think he had 2 in the first game. And he might have had another 2 last week.
He definitely only had 1 this week, just gone.
Okay, sorry. So he had 2 in the first game, paying $1.72.
I did look at that, but then it put me off because it's Richmond.
I know. But it was Brisbane week 1.
I've gone Jake Lloyd 30 plus. He hasn't had 30 the last 2 weeks, but I think he's just about due. And Richmond just love to let teams just chip around the back line because they know that when they bomb the ball up the line, it's all over for them. So
bombardment.
Yeah, exactly.
Bombardment.
Absolutely.
Game over.
So they are quite happy to just let teams chip around. Callum Mills 25 plus. $1.72. He's been.
Is it really?
Yep. Been very good in the midfield so far. And as always, favourite of the pod. Shea Bolton, anytime goal, $1.45. Every single week, he just does the job. He's an absolute king. Good on you, Shea.
I love Shea Bolton. I do love Shea Bolton.
I just bumped my flower. Oh. Yeah. It's a nice flower.
The Freo flower.
It's a Freo flower. It's purple.
Freo Dokas. Big Doka season.